Hey everyone, we're back here with the weather, today's weather, and this week we have a very exciting energy, I would say, in the North Atlantic. Remember, you have a couple weeks ago a hurricane passing by, landfall in Louisiana. Now we have several hurricane, tropical storm disturbance because what happened is in the middle of September 17 is the peak of the hurricane season in the North Atlantic. So it's quite interesting. So let's take a look what's going on in this. We have Vicky is a tropical storm. It's quite far. We don't know exactly what's going to happen right now. The wind's about 40 knots, 45 miles per hour. Followed by Teddy is a tropical storm again. You have winds about 40 knots. Renee, you a little more the tropical depression, that means less strong. You see the wind speeds about 30 miles per hour, central pressure 1000 millibars. So further you have Hurricane Paulette, is a Cat 2. It's very strong, but this hurricane is gonna move away because we have a high pressure over this area, and normally the hurricanes are steered by this high pressure. So however, you still have a Teddy, could move. Also, you have two invest area here, disturbance 2. You have 20% of chance for hurricanes. Also, you have another one here in the Gulf of Mexico, disturbance number 1. You have less probability. So what you have is close to us is Hurricane Sally, just 90 miles per hour. It's Hurricane Cat 1. And let's see what we're expecting. This Cat 1, look what's going to happen is a tropical cyclone or hurricane. So become a tropical cyclone, and the cyclone means the circulation around a lower pressure is counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere. But look what happened to circulation here on this. This system is going to start moving and land the next few hours. As you can see, Tuesday you expect again landfall in Louisiana. For more details here, let's see rain and thunder. You have a lot of precipitation around the circulation. Let's go back a little bit about the wind. You can see the strongest wind always in the north side. So when the hurricane moves landfall, you expect more strong. You see out this area is gonna have a storm surge as the hurricane moving land, bringing this south wind as in the Louisiana coast and part of the Mobile area. So Mobile is another problem because you see the bay here, normally the water starts to pile up. You see the direction is a little not directly, but when they start to have a more directly as the hurricane moving land, like Wednesday, what I expect is a very strong winds in 39 miles per hour, but very strong wind in this area. So let's see the rain and thunder. So what happened is, guess what? Look what the storm is gonna go. We expect some rain here Thursday. So the rain, a thunderstorm, we expect not strong as a hurricane, but probably more a tropical depression. But Atlanta is in the path by late Thursday and Friday morning. You expect a lot of rain related to this storm. So it'll be a quite exciting elements in terms of weather expected here in Atlanta. This week we have a very unusual situation. Two tropical storms are in course to landfall United States. The first one is very close to the coast of Louisiana, and another one is going to arrive very soon this week. So take a look and see how things are going to be this week for you be excited. So right now what you have, tropical storm Laura and tropical storm Marcos. So what happened is during the day this pressure is going to landfall over Louisiana area. Meanwhile, Marcos is going to be Laura is going to be crossing Cuba with very strong winds and producing it might intensify the next few days. So look at the projection you have in terms of the wind speed moving towards United States. By Tuesday, middle of the Atlantic is going to intensify. The wind speed is expecting pile up a little bit more, as you can see here. Let's zoom in. Again, the major problem right now we're expecting by Wednesday is not the strong winds over Louisiana, but as you see, his wind bring again storm surge over South Louisiana, and probably you might have some flood in this area. So if you keep looking what's happening in the next few days, the storm is going to landfall very late on Wednesday. As you can see here, Wednesday night you expect the landfall in this area. Let me go back a little bit. You might see here, so close to Lake Charles, you're going to have this whole area of this part of the hurricane. You expect very strong winds, as you can see here. Some areas very strong close to the center, the center here, but the center over there. You can expect some very strong winds in this area and bring a storm surge. That the water is going to be pushed against the coastal area and normally producing a lot of destruction as we're expecting in these few days. Hello everyone. Today we're gonna have something special for you guys. The weather pattern is gonna change abruptly in the whole week. Let's check. So first I'm gonna bring to you the satellite animation using the visible. So the visible show us what you see reflected by the solar radiation. As you can see some points here, you see the texture in the clouds is beautifully details. You see in some areas different types of clouds based on different reflectivity. So the brightest one probably more like ice, and some will be more warmer. So when you look at the infrared measures the temperature. You see a unique standard pattern here, as you can see at this point. And let me talk about this unusual pattern. It's called mid-latitude cyclones. Cold front passing through here, and also you have a warm front here. So what happened at this point, you have a different temperature. You have a continental polar air mass here, you have a maritime tropical in this point. So, and the circulation around this low pressure is counterclockwise, all the winds moving in this direction, as you can see here in this animation. For example, this temperature and associated wind. So what you can see in this point is a very interesting structure. As you show is this line separates two air masses, one maritime tropical, warm and moist, and you'll have a continental polar, cold and dry air masses. You see the temperature here in Omaha -8 Fahrenheit, while Atlanta 48. So a huge difference. And you'll notice the circulation around the lower pressure system also moves. Forecast for the next 2 days, you have this mid-latitude cyclone moving towards us, very strong storm passing through, create a very strong winds. Another characteristic you notice is farther northeast the storm moves, the isobars, that means those lines connecting equal pressure, they're getting closer. So closer the isobars, is strong are the wind. So very strong winds circulate around this lower pressure. But guess what? That's not the only system is gonna pass this week over us. After tomorrow, this mid-latitude cyclone is gonna pass. The low pressure is gonna move very fast, creating very strong winds here in New England. We have a high pressure moving quickly behind this system, and guess what? Another low pressure starts to develop here in the Gulf of Mexico. The second one in the same week. So what's gonna happen? Start to develop another storm, cold front, as you can see here, and again you expect more rain by Thursday morning. You expect not strong like the other one, but still have some areas close to Charleston. You expect a very strong heavy rain and severe storm in some areas. So you can mix rain, sleet, snow. You're gonna be a mess for this week. So guess what? Towards the end of the week, you have another element comes behind. You see how the temperature starts to moving again. Very temperature is gonna drop a little bit, not much in Atlanta, but it will be 20s. So, but it's still very cold. You see this continental air mass, very strong one. That's what we're expecting this week. So you have pretty much the atmosphere right now outside is our best lab. That's right now our planet's temperature. What you see is kind of an uneven distribution of temperature. Some areas very hot, some mild, some it is cold. So we're gonna go to 96 tomorrow to 79 on Saturday. So you see how the temperature change. And another thing is the wind speed up. So when the wind increases, you're gonna feel some difference